teammates and everything in Indiana where it all started for you?
Yeah, it was fun. Great turnout. Uh, Obviously, basketball means so much here, and I thought you saw it. I've been to quite a few All-Star games, and I will say the energy in here was pretty electric. You felt it. It was a little different than other places I've been, but the fan engagement was great. Again, it's always great being here, playing here, and I had fun.
How was the weekend overall in general? Like, what would you say outside of the game? Like, what was your highlight of just being here this weekend? To celebrate that.
Yeah, I mean, I think just soaking it in and taking it for what it is, being around, a big group of talented guys, celebrities, and just going to old stumping ground places, and just seeing familiar faces. I think all of that was it was fun. It was fun catching up with old teammates. It was fun seeing, like I said, old faces, whether we went to eat or went out to events. It was just good to catch up with everyone.
Did you feel like to share it with Kawhi?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I think when you look back, both of us being healthy and all-stars together, it means a lot. And it's just momentum going into the second half.
Did you feel the love, the warmth from the people here? You were a big part of their life for a long time.
Yeah, I definitely cherish the one-on-one interactions that I had yesterday, this morning. It was great. There was a lot of kids that looked up to me during that 7-year stretch that I was here, and it meant a lot to them. And they thanked me for my time here. Which I was, extremely appreciative of. But, it was fun. I did miss the time when I was here. It was great basketball with a great group that I played with. And, I wish we could have bottled that time and stretched that time out even more.
Well, earlier today, Rob was talking about how much he doesn't have many years left in the league. How much do you cherish these opportunities, All-Star games? Where there's no pressure, you're just having fun out there, especially with a guy like him who's done so much with me for so long.
A guy like who?
LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, he's he's a living legend. He's a living legend, and I think all of us are still amazed. Just with his longevity and still, I mean, it's not like he's getting voted in because he's the oldest in the league or we're feeling sorry for him or something like that. Like, he's a starter, and so it's extremely impressive at his age to continue on the journey of just leading the league, uplifting the league, and being the face of the league. And so you don't take it for granted. I sure don't know how many more I'll have. We don't know how many more he'll play, and so for every year to be out there with him, it's special for me.
What to your
Yesterday, he asked the players what was the best team they've seen this season. A lot of them said, is there a sense of responsibility, like coming back to this the second part of the season for you guys, just to keep competing and maybe finish first in the West?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that's pressure that we only have. I think you look at teams that really have high expectations of winning. I mean, that's the pressure they all have. We all have that pressure of coming back, playing well the second half, and seeding ourselves where we want to be. But of course, we want to be highly seeded. We want to be one of the best teams. We want to be playing our best in the second half. And but yeah, I don't think it's no added pressure to it.
What was the part of the first half of the season for you guys?
I think the 6-game losing streak. 6-game losing streak. Because we knew we were going to, we can't go no worse from there. We were going to get better, and we knew once we started win, things would start to click. So without that, I don't think we go on the 33 and 10 stretch, or however, whatever that stretch looks like. I don't think we go on that without those 6 losses.
What is the most challenging experience in the second part of the season, based on your experience?
Say that again?
The most challenging part of the second part of the season.
It's not looking too far ahead. With, I don't know, what were we, less than 30 games. Just not looking too far ahead, taking it one game at a time. because that's what you tend to do second half of the season. You start to look ahead and look forward to playoffs and just trying to get to the playoffs. But we just got to take it one game at a time.
Paul, you just saw this All-Star game, highest scoring All-Star game ever. And we talk about threes a lot from a shooting perspective. You're a defensive player. You love being a two-way player. Like, how are you supposed to defend threes in the NBA today?
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about it on the bench. You know, we want to be competitive. We want to make this game competitive. It's just, I overheard Brian talking about it, and it's just like, how do you do it when everyone on the court is skilled? You know, it's not even going to come down to getting a stop. It's coming down to if the guy makes it or not, because it's impossible to get a stop. Everyone is so skilled and shoot the ball so well. And then where do you help from when you got 5 guys that can score and you know, produce on the court? So to be honest, I don't know how you fix it. You know, we can try to compete, but the fact of the matter is everyone is here for a reason and can put the ball in the basket at a high level. So, yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, but.
You basically got to defend with prayer.
Huh?
You definitely have to defend with prayer.
Yeah, you do. Like I said, it just comes down to if whoever shooting the offensive player makes or misses at that point.
But there used to be competitive All-Star games, and not even that long ago, right? 10, 12 years ago. What do you think the biggest difference is? Because that Michael Jordan Kobe era, they were pretty skilled too.
Yeah, they were. I'm not knocking that era, but you know, I think that game wasn't. You know, our game is as you see Dame shooting from half court. Yeah. Our game is getting further and further out, and so with guys having that much space, it's pretty hard to defend them. You got to pick up the second they cross the half court line. Whereas back in the day, they played more of the mid-range style. It was a little bit more loaded up in the paint. So it was, you had a chance to guard and defend and make it challenging. But I'm not comparing the two eras. I'm not knocking the era before us. I just think that's where our game is now. That makes it a little tougher to guard when you got to pick up so far out.
Last question. Off the backward alley-oop. You make it Luka's off the backward alley-oop.
To himself? He's bouncy. Luka's bouncy. I think he did. That was Luka magic. I think he did that on purpose.
The cheers you got when you were introduced today, I know you haven't always gotten that for the last couple of years. What was that like, just feeling that from this getting in the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it boiled over. You know, hopefully it boiled over. We both can respect the time that we had together, the relationship that we had together. I hold no grudges. Hopefully that was their closing of a chapter. Yeah, I think, you know, being out yesterday and being in the city and being, you know, around people that can touch me and share their stories while I was here, again, it meant a lot. And I think those interactions helped me, you know, just feel better and understand that I think people have gotten over the bad times. But, you know, if they only knew I was only trying to make the team as good as I could. And that didn't happen. And so it was just, I felt it was my time to go. So if they only knew I was fighting for them more so than wanting to leave them stranded, then it wouldn't have went as bad. But again, I enjoyed the time here. It's good that, you know, both sides can kind of, you know, I guess dust our hands and walk smooth away.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you.